You think about partners and going through each other's phones. Do you
Uh,
have a
I have a very blanket rule about this. If you go through your partner's phone, only do it if you're going to leave them that day. Yeah, that day you're leaving, your bags are packed, you're on your way, you're to the airport, and you just think, let me just check it just to make sure he's a piece of shit. And then you quickly check it and you go home, right? But if you do it even a day before you're ready to leave your partner, even one day before you're ready, you are going to be a bitch for the rest of that relationship. And what I mean by that is everybody, myself included, everybody, there's something that my partner or I would see in his phone, he would see in my phone that would make him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But probably not an offense that would make him break up or me break up, but something that would make us uncomfortable. If we see it, we're just going to be uncomfortable, resent each other, but we're not going to break up.
Yeah.
So we just induced toxicity into the relationship. But if I'm going to break up with you and I see it, it doesn't matter. I'm going anyway.
Yeah.
What I notice is every single time I have clients that check their partner's phone, find something incriminating.
Which you always
You
will. Yeah.
They stay with each other. Now one of them becomes like, she gets confident, like, oh, you saw it and you're still here? No, you're not going anywhere. They actually start doing it more because they think you saw it and you didn't go anywhere. Now I've got you locked. But the person who checked is now even more anxious and even more insecure. So it just makes one person more secure and one person feel more invincible. So it creates a dynamic that you don't want, especially when you're a man checking and you see something you don't like, you're going to stay with her, but then accuse her. What's the point?
Yeah, I had a friend
Do
of
you
mine.
check first?
No.
Never. Yeah, me
I
neither.
never ask.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to know because I'm going to find something that's going to annoy me or like
Everybody will.
I'll not be able to stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Probably. If you go back far enough through these conversations that they've had with
Everyone.
guys, you know, there's going to be, even if it's like a little bit of harmless flirting, which really didn't mean anything, you won't be comfortable with it.
Nobody will. But I would say that the key to me not going through my partner's phone is because I would need to know that the phone is not this sacred thing that they lock and hide away from me. So the phone behavior and etiquette has to be somewhat positive as well. We're not going to go through each other's phone. It's not going to be accessible. I'm not going to go through it, but it's somewhat available. Like if I need to order food from it, he needs to order food from mine, no problem. But if it's like my phone is this sacred thing, it can arouse. Are you sacred with your phone or are you quite open?
In between, I would say.
Then that might be the reason why they like to go through it. Because when you see a phone that's always there, you're less like, if you want to cheat on your partner, here's a quick trick. Make your phone look like it's not a problem. They're less likely to want to go through it. Whenever you're a bit secretive with it, they start to get suspicious.
Here's a problem though, because my job requires me to be on my phone quite a lot.
Yeah.
I have a team of like 10 people who I communicate with regularly. So this is one thing I've noticed. So if I'm with my partner, what I will try to do is be on it for as little amount of time I can possibly be on it. But when there's situations, if we're on vacation or if it's a long distance relationship, when that person comes to see me or I go to see them, it's like, okay, we have a limited amount of time, a couple of days or maybe a week where we're together. As each day goes by, I'm doing the work is piling up because I've ignored everybody. Like
so now I need to focus.
It's like there's a lot of things that need to be taken care of. So then as time goes on, I'm like going on my phone a little bit more. I remember this was the case, I think, towards the end of this week where we'd been together. It was the start of the year. There was like a load of things that were launching, especially with like new fitness programs and things. And I have like community areas which I need to manage. So I was like on and off my phone. And then that was making them think like, who is he talking to? And it's like, look, I'm not talking to anyone. This is my work, and there's things
can you
that need
see
to be
it's a combination of everything? It's the phone plus the little things and blah blah. It's the combination. So men like to think, oh no, but look, it's my phone thing. My issue is the phone. But usually it's a deeper issue where there's a disconnect in general, or there's a reason for them feeling a bit insecure in general, and we need to address the underlying insecurities rather than just the phone in that moment. Yeah, there's an underlying issue. So when you do see your partner going through your phone and wanting to, the better thing to say is like, what's really going on? Like, have I made you feel a certain way? Is something going on in our relationship? Because why would you even need to? We only need to when we start being suspicious. But instead of going through the phone, communicate. Don't go through the phone.
Yeah, but the problem is like the way that you're speaking there, and it's very calm, common sense. That's the way to start a conversation.
Yeah.
I've experienced it before where they would come into this conversation with negative energy. It's like accusation, ready to fight. ready for conflict.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you think this conversation is going to go down when you're approaching it with that? If you give me that energy, I'm going to give you that energy back. And then it's not going to be a constructive conversation. It's just going to erupt. There's going to be emotions. There'll be tears.
I know.
And that's, I think, one thing that a lot of people need to understand, particularly if anybody's trying to have a constructive talk with me or has concerns with me, it's like,
come to me soft.
Just come to me soft with some common sense and just express how you're feeling. And then you've set the tone for how this conversation is going to go down.
Well, the thing is, when people come with that energy, and I'm someone who's done that many times, you're so angry, you want them to be angry. You want the fight. You want them to feel as uncomfortable as you're feeling in that moment, because you're like, I've been stewing on this for ages. I'm now furious. I want to get that out of you. So maybe if they do come to you like that, disarm them. Just be like, what's wrong? Like, instead of getting defensive, because they should be soft, you should be softer with it. But if they are, disarm them with being like, tell me what's actually going on, rather than accusing me, because I'm not going to work with accusations.
There was one instance where we were on holiday, having the best time. You know, everything was going well, just chilling by the pool. Out of nowhere, they'd be like, so what do you do with your Dubai girls? And I was like, whoa, where did that come from?